The smile that transforms lives. Imagine an ordinary day in your spiritual awakening. You're walking through the streets of your city, lost in thoughts about responsibilities and challenges you're facing. Suddenly, a stranger crosses your path and offers a sincere smile. Such a simple gesture, but one that seems to illuminate your day. This seemingly insignificant moment can be the manifestation of something much greater, a divine guidance, a touch of spiritual consciousness. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how small gestures can carry a transformative power in your spiritual journey? In this video, we'll explore the profound meaning behind a smile. Our promise is clear. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how a stranger's smile can be a true blessing, an opportunity for spiritual awakening and spiritual connection with the divine and those around you. You'll discover that it's no coincidence that a simple gesture can carry such energy. We'll delve into why simple gestures like a smile have such a profound impact, how spiritual empathy transforms everyday interactions into meaningful experiences, the importance of energetic healing, and how kindness can be an act of spiritual wisdom. Real stories showing the power of a smile in moments of need. How you can incorporate this practice into your life to create spiritual transformation. Each of these topics will be developed throughout this series, leading you to a deeper understanding of your own faith journey and how small actions can reflect divine wisdom. Let's start by talking about the meaning of a smile as a universal language. When we smile, we create an invisible bridge that connects hearts. A smile is a silent invitation to joy, hope, and often energetic healing. It transcends linguistic and cultural barriers, being a tangible expression of love and spiritual empathy. It's important to remember that just as a smile can transform someone's day, it also transforms the one who offers it. By smiling, we trigger an internal chain of reactions that help us align our spiritual abilities with our emotional reality. This is the beginning of a spiritual connection journey that leads us to see the divine presence in the simplest things. In practical terms, beginning to recognize the importance of these gestures means awakening our spiritual consciousness. How many times do we rush through life, ignoring opportunities to connect with others? A smile is not just a momentary reflection. It's an intentional act that demonstrates emotional availability and openness to sharing the light that resides within us. Throughout this video, you'll learn to recognize and offer these small blessings that, when guided by spiritual wisdom, have the power to transform not just a day, but an entire life. The invisible power of small gestures. Now that we understand the initial impact of a smile, let's delve into what makes these gestures so significant. Imagine a stone thrown into a lake. The ripples that form reach places beyond the point of impact. Similarly, a small act of kindness can create waves of spiritual transformation in the life of both the receiver and the practitioner. Simple gestures are often underestimated, but carry an invisible force that touches people's hearts deeply. Why does this happen? The answer lies in spiritual empathy, the ability to genuinely connect with others' emotions and needs. This connection, nurtured by our spiritual consciousness, allows us to see the divine in each interaction. Consider the energetic healing that occurs when we offer a smile, a word of comfort, or even a look of understanding. These moments create an exchange of positive energy that not only elevates the other's spirit, but also fills us with a sense of purpose and alignment with spiritual wisdom. Think about the last time a simple gesture changed your day. Perhaps it was someone holding the door for you, or a stranger offering help at an unexpected moment. These acts may seem trivial, but they are often responses to divine guidance, inviting us to be instruments of kindness in the world. Now, reflect. When was the last time you did something small but meaningful for another person? How did it impact their life and yours? By thinking about this, you begin to awaken to the power you have to create moments of spiritual connection in your routine. Stories of transformation. The impact of a smile sometimes. It's in other people's stories that we find inspiration to transform our own lives. Let's explore real moments where an apparently simple smile triggered profound changes. These stories help us understand that the power of a small gesture can go beyond what we imagine. Story 1. The smile that saved a day. Maria was going through one of the most difficult days of her life. While walking down the street, struggling to hold back tears, a stranger passed by and offered her a warm smile. In that instant, something changed. It was as if someone had reminded me that I wasn't alone, she said later. That smile motivated her to seek help and find comfort in her church's spiritual community. Story 2. A small act. A big miracle. Yoao, a young hospital volunteer, had a habit of smiling at every patient he encountered. One day, he met an elderly man who later revealed that this smile was the first gesture of kindness he had received in months. "Your smile gave me the strength to believe that there is still goodness in the world," the man said. Story 3. A child who taught the value of empathy during a donation campaign for needy families. A child named Lucas stood out for his contagious smile. He barely had enough for himself but helped pack donations for other children with enthusiasm. When asked why he smiled so much, Lucas replied, "Because my smile can make someone happy, even if I can't give anything else." These examples are not just inspiring. They show how spiritual empathy and divine connection can manifest in unexpected ways. Each of these stories highlights how our actions, guided by spiritual wisdom, can become true miracles. Now, we want to hear from you. Share in the comments. When was a simple gesture, like a smile, that impacted your life or someone around you? Your story can inspire others to see the importance of small blessings in daily life. Incorporating kindness into your routine with the inspiring stories we've explored, it's natural to wonder, how can we make simple gestures like smiling an integral part of our daily routine? The answer lies in intentionally cultivating kindness and spiritual empathy, making these small acts habits that connect us to the divine and to each other. The first step to incorporating this practice into your life is mindfulness. Many of us live on autopilot, missing opportunities to offer acts of kindness throughout the day. When we awaken our spiritual consciousness, we begin to perceive these opportunities as divine invitations to act with love and compassion. A smile, a word of encouragement, or a small act of generosity can be the purest form of spiritual service. Practicing kindness doesn't require major changes to your routine. It can be as simple as smiling at someone in the grocery store, sincerely thanking a colleague, or sending a supportive message to a friend. These gestures, though small, have the power to create a chain of energetic healing and spiritual transformation that spreads beyond what we can imagine. Moreover, it's essential to nurture gratitude. When we recognize the blessings in our own lives, even the smallest ones, we are inspired to share this light with others. A practical exercise is to set aside a moment every morning to reflect on something you're grateful for and think of a way to express it during the day. It can be a verbal thanks, a kind gesture, or even an intentional smile. Finally, remember that practicing kindness also means being open to receiving it. We are often quick to help others but hesitate to accept acts of kindness in return. However, allowing others to express their spiritual empathy towards us creates a mutual exchange of positive energy, strengthening the spiritual connection between people. The continuous practice of these simple actions not only transforms our perspective, but also helps us align more deeply with spiritual wisdom. When we make this a habit, we become instruments of divine love, spreading light and hope wherever we go. The collective power of kindness throughout our journey. We've explored how simple gestures can profoundly impact individuals. But what happens when these actions become a collective movement? In this chapter, we'll reflect on the impact that a continuous cycle of kindness can have on entire communities, transforming realities and inspiring a more compassionate world. When we think of a stranger's smile, it's easy to see it as an isolated gesture. However, kindness is contagious. An act of spiritual empathy can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of spiritual transformation. A smile given in a moment of discouragement can be passed on to another, forming an invisible link connecting various people. This is the true power of spiritual connection, uniting hearts and spreading light in times of darkness. Impactful social movements often begin with small actions. Think of the kindness campaigns we've seen flourish around the world, such as initiatives to distribute positive messages, help people in need, or promote unconditional acceptance and love. Many of these movements were born from a simple gesture, multiplied by people who recognized its value. The energetic healing of a collective movement is also powerful. When a community unites to practice kindness, all involved experience a spiritual elevation. Studies show that acts of kindness not only improve the mental health of those who practice them, but also create happier and more harmonious environments. It's as if each gesture, each smile, helps align people's spiritual abilities to a greater purpose. This collective force is also a manifestation of divine guidance. It's as if God shows us that, united, we can face seemingly insurmountable challenges. When we transform the small into the great, we become instruments of His will, promoting healing and hope on a large scale. Now, think, how can you encourage simple gestures in your own community? What actions could bring more love and understanding to the places where you live and work? The answer to these questions could be the beginning of a movement that changes lives, starting with you. The light that spreads. We've reached the moment to conclude our journey. But first, it's important to reflect together on everything we've seen so far. A smile, a word, or a gesture might seem small, but when guided by spiritual consciousness, these acts transform into powerful instruments of change. They carry the light of divine guidance and spread seeds of hope, often without us realizing it. Think about the impact a smile has had in your life. Remember how it brought relief in a difficult moment, or hope amid doubt. These experiences are not mere coincidences. They are divine invitations to recognize and spread the kindness that exists within us. Each smile, each act of spiritual empathy, is an opportunity for spiritual transformation, both for the one who offers and the one who receives. Today, more than ever, we are called to become channels of this kindness. It's not just about what we do in isolated moments, but about what we cultivate in our lives. Incorporating small acts of love into our routine is like lighting a candle in a dark environment. And when we share this light, it multiplies, illuminating paths we don't always see. To conclude, I want to leave you with a reflection. How can you bring this message into your daily life? How can you transform this idea into practice, spreading light to those around you? The answer lies in each choice we make. Choose to smile. Choose to support. Choose to be a reflection of spiritual wisdom and divine presence. If this video touched your heart, share it with others. You never know the impact a message can have on someone's life. Subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and let's together spread kindness and hope to the world. Remember, each small act of kindness is a manifestation of divine love. You have the power to transform lives, one smile at a time. May God continue to guide your steps and illuminate your journey.